Hey you Maple Leaf loving Canadian, this video goes through the safest way to buy Bitcoin in Canada using a platform called Bitbuy. This is the safest option for Canadians because it's the only platform to offer insurance on your Bitcoin for free. There are a lot of pros and cons with every platform out there, and if your primary concern is about the safety of your Bitcoins, then Bitbuy is probably the platform for you. By the end of this video, you'll know what aspects of Bitbuy is better or worse than other platforms like ShakePay, and you'll learn how to navigate yourselves around the platform to get you started. The first step to getting started is to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep learning. So let's jump into it. Hey guys, it's Mike here with a sponsored video from Bitbuy, but these are my words about the platform. So Bitbuy is a platform that allows you to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrency, and they offer these 7 cryptocurrencies directly on their platform, and this is a huge benefit compared to ShakePay where they only offer Bitcoin and Ethereum. And they have a few different interfaces for different types of people. For beginners, they have Express Trade. For the intermediate user, they have Pro Trade. Advanced programmers that want access to APIs, they got that. And for all the ballers out there with more than 50K, you have access to their OTC, which we'll get into later in the video. So in order to get started, you can use the link below and sign up using your web browser on your desktop or on your phone. And you will have to disclose some of your personal information during the sign up process, just like if you were opening up a bank account where you have to prove you're a resident of Canada with a photo ID and stuff like that. So Bitbuy is registered with FinTrack, and that's the same entity that all the banks and all the other legitimate cryptocurrency platforms are registered with. So it's actually a good thing that they are registered with FinTrack and they need to collect this information, and it's the same thing that ShakePay does and any other banking institution does. And once you've signed up through your web browser, you can download the app afterwards on a Google or Apple device, and on the app you can make transactions and do most of the things that you can do on the desktop version too. Like the video says, Bitbuy is the safest option for Canadians to buy Bitcoin. They offer one-to-one insurance on Bitcoin, and this is the only exchange in Canada to offer this feature, and I think that's a huge selling point that Bitbuy has. And this alone might be worth it if your primary concern is about safety. And the insurance is only applicable to Bitcoin and not the other cryptos that are offered here. And of course, these guys do have 2-factor authentication. They perform routine audits and make sure they have enough in their cold storages. And these are all important things that you want to have for your cryptocurrency platform, especially given the history of platforms in Canada. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look up what happened with Quadriga CX a few years ago. They weren't registered with FinTrack. They didn't follow a lot of these things, and it's crazy how they got away with this. Bitbuy is a more legitimate platform, and their Express Trade service is probably the best thing for beginners who just want to buy and sell cryptocurrencies without having to think too much. It's very easy to use. Once you have an account created, you head over to Express Trade and you select buy if you want to buy crypto with your Canadian dollars, or you click sell if you want to sell your crypto for Canadian dollars. So in this case, we're just going to buy. You can select whatever crypto. We're going to click Bitcoin. You can use the available amount that you have, or you can do a different amount, and it has to be a minimum of $10. We're just going to do 200 bucks, and we're going to do a transaction. Right at the bottom, it gives you a transaction summary of how many Bitcoin we're going to be getting, the total Canadian dollars worth of it, the price of Bitcoin right now, and the fee that it's going to charge. I really love the fact that these guys tell you exactly what the fee is and what you're getting out of this transaction. So we're going to click buy Bitcoin. And there you go. Right away, we've purchased Bitcoin. You can see that it costed about $1.07 to make this transaction. This is a lot more transparent and more comforting for me compared to ShakePay. You do the opposite thing if you want to sell your cryptocurrency back to Canadian dollars. Using Express Trade is as simple as what we just did, and you can do it for any of these cryptocurrencies like I just did. And you can also just go into your account and go to any cryptocurrency, click buy, and it'll take you to the Express Trade service anyways. So I love how this is set up. It's perfect for beginners, and if you're new, this is the place to be using it. And if you're new, I wouldn't bother going with the Pro Trade. Just stick with Express Trade and you're on your way. For those that are a little bit more in tune with stocks and crypto and trading, Bitbuy has a Pro Trade feature which is a little bit more advanced, and it allows you to place market order, limit orders, and a little bit more advanced of a UI. So if you click on Pro Trade, it'll bring you to the screen, and here you can select different cryptocurrencies that you want to trade, and you can also do from crypto to crypto, or you can use Canadian dollars as a middleman. So we can close that. And here on the top left is our order window, and you can do market or limit orders. At the bottom left, we have the market trade history, so all the previous transactions that have recently happened. We have our order book on the bid and the ask, has a market depth little chart here, and it has a trading view chart where you can select different time frames, add some indicators, and it'll show your orders at the bottom right. So what we're gonna do is just sell the Bitcoin that we just bought. We're gonna click on here in the sell area, and we're gonna click 100%. We want to sell 100% of the Bitcoin we just bought, and we want to we're going to do this using a limit order, so it'll have the maker fees instead of the taker fees. And in order to confirm having maker fees, you need to make sure it is on the asking price, so you become a maker of an order. So in order to make sure this is a maker order, I need to make sure it's not going to fill on a bid that's already existing. So I need to place it at a price higher than 42,710 essentially. For fun, we're just gonna do 42,715, 100%. We're gonna click sell. So it's gonna place a limit sell order. You can see that it's showing right here with the green dot here. And it'll also show our order here on the bottom right, and we can also cancel it here. It'll show once it's filled in the filled area. Using limit orders and making sure that it's actually showing as a maker order is important if you want to pay the lowest amount of fees and have that maker order fee instead of the taker. So our order filled, and we've sold our cryptocurrency, and you can go into filled and see the order taking place, and it'll show you the fees that it costs. For 200 bucks, it costed us 20 cents. It's 0.1%. And one of the good things about Bitbuy is they actually have a pretty decent bid and ask spread, whereas I know ShakePay, this is where they can milk it. So Bitbuy here has a little bit better of an order book. If you are a little bit more of an avid trader, I would recommend checking out my other video on FTX. We go back to our wallet. In here, we can see all of the different cryptocurrencies and the balances that we have. And also it'll give you access to your wallet addresses if you're trying to bring money in from a different platform to Bitbuy. This is the place where you got to be. Click on deposit. It'll show you your wallet address, and you can send any of these cryptocurrencies to this address, and make sure you select the right one. Right here, you can check your history of different trades that you've done, whether it's transactions of bringing money in, sending money out, and also if you want to send this Canadian dollars to your bank, you can click withdraw funds and send it to your email account. And it's as simple as that. This is a very straightforward platform. In their help section and resources, they have guides and tutorials on exactly how to do things step by step, and I'll link some of them at the bottom for you guys to follow along as well. For all the ballers out there with $50,000 or more that want to invest in crypto, Bitbuy is probably the perfect option for you because they offer an OTC desk, an over-the-counter desk, and they will give you better fills, and you avoid getting a huge amount of slippage, and you get better rates. And this is where Bitbuy is more of a higher standard platform for Canadians, where they cater towards people with a little bit more money and, you know, businesses, those who want transparency and those that want the insurance. That's kind of the audience that these guys are catering towards, and it's a little bit more trustworthy in my opinion. For those of you that are smarter than me, Bitbuy also has access to its APIs, where you can use the APIs to create your own bots to trade crypto, and for things like setting up a crypto ATM, or for any business looking to automate trading activities. These are the 4 primary services that Bitbuy provides, and for the majority of the people watching, Express Trade is what you'd probably be using. And in order to get started, you will need to deposit a minimum of $100. So this might be a little bit of a roadblock for some of you if you want to start buying crypto with less money, so ShakePay might be a better option for you. And another thing that you got to consider is the minimum amount you're able to withdraw is $50, so it might suck for those transacting with smaller accounts. And this is where Bitbuy is a little bit more catered towards people with a little bit more money. And my favorite part about Bitbuy is that they have Bitcoin insurance and they have transparent fees. It's very clearly written out how much you're going to be paying in fees, and I love that. With platforms like ShakePay, they have hidden fees in their bid and ask spread, and I don't always feel comfortable not knowing how much I'm going to be paying. And I'll actually be doing a side-by-side, like right away. I'll transfer money into ShakePay and to Bitbuy, convert it to Canadian dollars, and see which one ends up being less money in terms of fees. So we'll go through that in another video. So if you're looking to select a platform, you need to think about what's important to you. If it's security and peace of mind and a variety of cryptocurrencies available, then Bitbuy is probably your pick. If you're a high frequency trader or looking for the absolute lowest fees with the smallest account size, there are other options out there for you. Do your own research and see what's best for you. All in all, I will be using Bitbuy because of its transparency and the insurance feature that it has on its Bitcoin, and it's the safest option out there for Canadians. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, you're probably interested in crypto and the markets, and I recommend checking out my free educational content on YouTube to be one step closer towards your financial goals. I wish you all the best and good luck.